Hey guys, it's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. Make sure to subscribe for new videos every Tuesday and Friday. So in my last video, I showed you guys my dorm room at FIT, so I figured today I would let you know some things about FIT that either I have been asked or things that I was wondering when I was accepted or just looking to go to school there. So I have a list on my phone, so if you see me looking down, I'm just referencing, but I'm going to split this video into two parts. This one is going to be on the school and academic life, and then the next one will be on like dorm life and what it's like to actually dorm at FIT. So going right into the school and academic life, I'm going to start with acceptances. So acceptance letters should have started coming out by now. They should come out about now to April 1st. April 1st is the deadline for them letting you know. And don't worry, if you're not getting in, they're not just gonna let you wonder. They are gonna unfortunately send you a rejection letter, but you can always reapply for the spring semester or for the next year if you want to go to a community college and get some of your gen eds out of the way. But I was given my acceptance around March 28th, I think, so I was in the later part. Some people got the email before they got the letter, but the girl I decided was going to be my roommate, she got her letter and she told me, so I ran down my driveway to check the mailbox and it was there and I started crying. But acceptances should be coming out around now. If you're wondering, some credentials that I had and some that I know that they look at, they do look at your GPA. If you're going into a business major, they look highly on that. The lowest I think they usually accept is a 3.2, but if you're in a design major, they tend to look more towards your portfolio, so that if you have a lower GPA, your portfolio raises it up a little bit. I had a 3.9, so I wasn't really too worried, but they really look at your essay for business majors. I talked about what I had done, how my interest in fashion started, what I really wanted to do in my fashion career, and just some leadership roles that I had, some like after school activities. I talked about DECA, I talked about how I taught a gym class for 2 years, I was in my peer mentor club at school, so I did all these things, I volunteered a lot, so I talked about that. And even though I was pretty sure I was in the clear, because they waited longer for me to have my acceptance, I got really nervous. I was nervous that I wasn't going to get in, but I did, so that's it. But if you're looking to apply for either like the spring semester or the following year, if you're like a junior right now, I would suggest getting all your stuff done early just so you don't really have to worry about deadlines. First thing you do is you apply with the SUNY application. So there is, I think it's a $50 application fee for that, and it's just a brief application. They just want to know like where you're from, just basic things. You don't have an essay for that at all. And then they receive that, and I think like up to a week later, mostly a couple days, they'll send you the actual FIT application. So that will have a copy of your SUNY application, so you know everything you put down. Then with the actual FIT application, you get the essay, and you get some other forms you have to fill out, just again basic things so they know what you're about. And the essay, I had it done, but I waited to submit it until December. But I don't really think it affected whether or not, like, when I was accepted. But I think you have until the end of January to submit your FIT application, and you have until January 1st to submit your SUNY application. Don't quote me on those dates. Make sure to check with the school's website, because I don't want to be held responsible for that. So after you're accepted, you will be getting the emails for picking a roommate and room type. I will talk about that in the next video when I talk about on-campus living. But in May, I think it's like the last week of May, they give you a time and a day that you are going to submit your schedule. It's a lot different for incoming freshmen than it is for upperclassmen. I know that when I'm picking my schedule, it's the week we come back from spring break, so I think I have April 6th or 7th that I'm picking classes, but for incoming freshmen, because you have such different classes than what we're taking, you're picking the last week of May. So now I'm going to talk about building your schedule. So because it's college, you can build your schedule however you want. I have 3-day weekends every weekend. I only have class Tuesday through Friday. So I have 2 classes Tuesday, 2 Wednesday, 1 Thursday, and 2 Friday. So I have 7 classes total, and I kind of just mushed them in because I wanted some extra time to like hang around, have some more free time, and I really like structure in my class schedule. So having 2 classes a day really helps me. I have less downtime, but that also gets me focused on what I have to do. So you can really create any schedule you want. If you don't want morning classes because you don't have to wake up, you can schedule all afternoon and night courses. If that's what you want, you can do whatever you want with your schedule, honestly. If you want 1 class a day, you do you. Just make sure that you have time for everything that you're doing. And if you have any questions, make an online appointment with your academic advisor and they will help you out with that, especially if you don't know what classes you're supposed to pick. Or if there are any extra requirements for you, make sure to send them an email. They'll send you your DARS, which is all of the classes you are going to take throughout your years at FIT. So you should usually pick from that. There's also the undergraduate course catalog, which will also tell you the required classes that you need to take for your associates and bachelors. So because FIT is technically a community college, you do your associates first and then you do your bachelors. So it's first going to show you all the classes that you need for your associates, and once you complete that, you go into your bachelors. But now I'm going to talk about class size and length. Classes are really small, only a max of 27 students per class. There are some classes that you can have more and some classes that have even less. There are some classes that have like a max of 20 students, but some also have a wait list. So if it's a really popular class, you can be put on the wait list and then you will know if a spot opens up and if you've been given the spot in the class. But classes are generally 3 hours long. Some classes you can split up into 2 classes twice a week. Each one is about an hour and a half long. But you do get a break halfway through. Most of the professors will give you a break, but if they don't, they usually let you out early. My textiles class is 4 hours long, but he gives us a half-hour break in the middle, and we usually go about 15 minutes early. So it's really only like a little more than 3 hours, so it's not too bad. Most of my 3-hour classes, they give us a 20 to 30 minute break in the middle, so it's really not bad at all. And I like having it all done one day in the week. You get so much information in 3 hours, and then you don't have to see them for another week. So it's 1 class, 3 hours, 1 time a week. It's not that bad, trust me. I know I thought it seemed so daunting, but it's really not that bad. So now I'm going to get into the Gen Ed courses and your major classes. So unlike a lot of schools, FIT puts you into your major classes your very first semester at the school. So I really liked it because you know if you enjoy your major the first semester, and you can really understand if you want to stay in that major or switch to a different one. And you also have to take Gen Ed classes to fill in your academic profile, your DARS, whatever. You have to do them to graduate. So my first semester I took an art history course, which all majors are required to take, just because, I mean, we're all technically art students. We all have to do art history. And I was supposed to take another one, but my AP courses from high school transferred over, so I just kind of skipped one. But you also are required to take a science course, and then you can also pick from a list of, I think, like 10 different Gen Ed sections, and you can pick 1 from each section, and you only need a max of 4. So this semester I'm taking ethics and music. So those 3 are out of the way. I took my music, my ethics, and my art history. So the next semester I only have to do my science class, or I can do it over the summer if I just want my last semester for my associates to be all fashion classes and all my major requirements. And speaking of major requirements, every semester you have a certain number of classes you have to take that go with your major. For me, I ended up combining a lot of things, so I'm only doing my associates in 3 semesters instead of 4. So my major is fashion business management, so I have classes like intro to the fashion industry, fashion business practices, fashion marketing. I also had to take advertising and marketing promotions. I completely forgot. I kind of spaced out during that class. But then this semester I'm also taking retail math, contemporary retail management, my textiles science course, and my team development course. I also will end up taking courses on product development and product knowledge. So all of that into your associates, but I know it's different for each major. So when you choose your classes, you get to look at the class selection before you actually choose. So look up all the professors for the times that you're thinking of to make sure you're getting the best professor you can. Or if you're okay and you don't really care what kind of professor you have, just choose at random. But I would suggest really looking them up, see what they're about, just see if you think you'll mesh well with that person. So the last thing I'm going to talk about for this video is clubs and activities. I'm in the merchandising society, so I also take part in the school's style shop. If you hear me mention that it's a little student-run boutique we have on campus, if you're in merchandising society, you are required to work 1 hour in the style shop each week, and it's the same hour every week, so you don't have to go in and sign up for a different hour each time. So my hours, I do 2. I do Wednesdays 7 to 8 and I do Fridays 4 to 5. But I'm also part of the style shop team, which is the actual team that runs the actual store itself. So we have a visuals team, we have product development, designer, the industry buying team, we have finance, human resources, store management. So we have all of that, and we have the actual co-managers. I'm on the visual merchandising team. I'm just a team member. We have 1 team member, 1 co-manager, and 1 actual manager. So we have all of those teams. I end up in the style shop 6 hours a week doing visual stuff, and then my 2 hours alone. So it's really nice, it's really rewarding being able to do that, and it looks great on a resume. And if you really want to get involved, I suggest doing that, especially if you're in merchandising society. Most of the members are in the FBM major, but you can be in any major to join our club. There's really no requirement. There's also student council, there's the student association, there's the orientation leaders, which I'm going to be part of next semester. So if you are accepted into the fall semester, I could be your orientation leader. It's really fun, and we hold elections for student association and student ambassadors, so you're completely in on all of that. And I know a lot of the clubs have a lot of fun. They put on different activities. Like some of the activities we have the style shop opening every semester. Last week we actually had a drag pageant, which I didn't go, but my friends did, and I saw all their Snapchat stories, and they looked like they were having so much fun. We also have a lot of guest speakers come in. We have some parties. We have movie nights every week. So that's all I have to say for the academic and school life at FIT. So make sure to watch my next video, which will have all of my thoughts on dorming and what it's like to live with someone else and what it's like living on campus. So if you're looking forward to that, make sure to give the video a big thumbs up. Also, comment down below if you're thinking of going to FIT, if you applied, if you've been accepted, or what semester you want to go into the school for. So also make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. It'll help me out so much, and it'll especially be helpful if you are looking into FIT, because I will do more FIT themed videos. So thank you guys for watching. I love you, and I'll see you next time.